Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Tales to Astonish number 36. This is an Ant-Man story. So the famous Ant-Man is walked into the trap of Comrade X, a glass prison. I've got to find a way to escape before it's too late. Featuring a new Ant-Man thriller, The Astonishing Ant-Man: The Challenge of Comrade X. You're in for another gripping adventure with Henry Pym, the brilliant scientist who can not only reduce himself to ant size, but can communicate and control ants by means of a cybernetic helmet. Using his fantastic power to combat the forces of evil, Henry has already become the living legend known as the Ant-Man. Editor's note: see Tales to Astonish number 35, The Return of the Ant-Man. Within the steel confines of a locked bank vault, three men wait fearfully. Their time is running out. Blasted bank robbers. Serves them right, getting trapped in the vault with the time lock. They'll suffocate for sure unless the Ant-Man can open the lock in time. Luckily, I can still keep my normal strength, even when I shrink to ant size. Otherwise, I'd never be able to move these tumblers. There, everything is in position. Now the lock can be opened. All right, bright boys, come out with your hands high. Don't shoot, we're coming. We're lucky to still be alive. Look, there goes the Ant-Man. How does he always know when he's needed? Search me. I guess that means beats me. And thousands of miles away behind the Iron Curtain, once again the American Ant-Man has performed an incredible feat. The Ant-Man, always the Ant-Man. Send in Comrade X. Comrade X reporting. Comrade, you are our best espionage agent. Thus I have selected you to capture the Ant-Man and learn how he's able to change his size. If we can discover his secret, our scientists will develop an antidote. Then we can reduce our entire army to ant size. It would be an easy matter for military divisions to enter enemy nations unseen. Once behind enemy lines, our troops would then revert to normal size and strike. Such a secret would make us the masters of the world. I understand, comrade. I will leave for America at once. Several days later, at a police station in the United States. What's the trouble, miss? You must put me in touch with the Ant-Man at once. It's a matter of life and death. It can't be done. We don't know how to locate him ourselves. In some mysterious way, he just appears on the scene whenever there's trouble. Just appears on the scene. Yes, that's the way it seems, but if these officers were to look in a nearby wastebasket, they would see several ants. Ants which are part of a vast network of tiny insects planted in police stations and newspaper offices throughout the city. Those small, unnoticed agents of the Ant-Man keep him in touch with every emergency which occurs in the vast metropolis. Calling car 41, calling car 41. Get me the FBI. If only the Ant-Man could help us. As soon as the word Ant-Man is heard, the silent insect transmits an impulse through its antenna to another nearby ant. Ant-Man, Ant-Man, Ant-Man. Thus, the countless ants, unnoticed each day at the edge of gutters, on the cracks of sidewalks and flower pots, in vacant lots and city parks, all of these insects form a citywide web of communications. And the nerve center of this incredible network is located in a secret room of Henry Pym's laboratory. An electronic impulse is coming in. It originates from Precinct 14. Putting on his cybernetic helmet, the scientist soon translates the incoming signal into an intelligible form. Girl in trouble. She must contact Ant-Man. That means it's time to don my working clothes again. Editor's note: see Tales to Astonish number 35 for detailed explanation of Helmet's operation. I've developed my reducing and growth serums in a gas form. It makes it a lot easier to carry them with me. All I have to do now is release the reducing gas and inhale it through my filter. There, it is done. Within a moment it will start to act upon my cell tissues. It's working! It's shrinking me to the size of an ant. Editor's note: as Henry Pym shrinks, so does his costume, which consists of unstable molecules that stretch and contract as his own body does. Now to get to the trouble spot in my own special way. Secret room of Pym's lab, secret panel, passageway, catapult, miniature elevator shaft, ant-sized elevator. While outside a building, Ant-Man returns through here the tunnel and ground outside. All I have to do is adjust this electronically controlled catapult to rocket me to an alley near the police station. Everything is ready. Now I just press the release button, and I'm on my way. Vroom. My cybernetic transmitter is sending out impulses. The ants will detect them with their antenna and follow them. There they are, converging on the exact spot I'm about to land. Well done, my little friends. That girl getting into the cab. She just came out of the police station. She must be the one who wants to contact me. The driver doesn't know it, but he's going to be carrying an extra passenger. The door fits its casing well, but not well enough to keep an ant out. Controlling his mount with electronic impulses, the Ant-Man reaches the top of the car seat. Thanks for the lift, little pal. Unnoticed by the girl, the fantastic miniature human conceals himself within her purse. Minutes later, the taxi cab arrives at its destination. A mighty nice-looking chick. That's pretty. Anyway, once inside the apartment, now it's time for her to meet the Ant-Man. Something's on the table. The Ant-Man, but how? How I got here isn't important. First, tell me why you wanted to see me. Last year in Europe, I fell in love with a man. A man I later learned was the deadly Red Master spy, Comrade X. But I didn't care who he was. I loved him. That is until he jilted me for another woman. And now I want revenge. I wanted to pay for breaking my heart. That's why I tried to contact you. I want to warn you that Comrade X is in the United States. His mission is to capture you and learn the secret behind your size. But if you can beat him to the punch, he's hiding on a freighter docked at Pier 89. If you act now, you can surprise him before he makes his move. I'm on my way. I've heard of this mysterious Comrade X, but I never thought I'd have the chance to confront him face to face. Well, they say there's a first time for everything. The Astonishing Ant-Man, Part 2. That evening, the tiny warrior arrives at Pier 89. There's the freighter. Let's board her. Controlling the ants by means of electronic impulses, their human commander leads them up to the ship's gangplank and past a hidden electric eye. And at that instant, on board the vessel, the light is flashing. The Ant-Man has cut the electric eye beam. He is coming aboard. Good, we are ready for him. He approaches. In a moment, he will be our captive. Ha! We have trapped him. The pinholes in the box will enable him to breathe, but they are not large enough for even an ant to crawl through. In the morning, we will sail with the great Yankee Ant-Man, our captive. I'm trapped, all right. The only thing to do is bring outside ants here to help me. But how can I contact them? The electronic impulses from my helmet can't pass through that glass box. But wait, the air holes. They're too small for me to pass through, but not too small for my signal to pass through. And so Henry Pym activates his cybernetic transmitter and beam impulses in the direction of the pinholes. Must command the ants to board the ship, but not the way I did. And moments after their antenna receives the signals, all the ants inhabiting the pier join in a common task. They must carry loose bits of wood to the edge of the pier and drop them into the water, hanging onto them as they fall. The impact of the fall should carry the wood a little way from the dock toward the hull of the ship, and the instant contact is made, the ants will crawl onto the ship. It worked. They all came aboard without being detected. Now they must somehow cause the guard to drop his rifle. Again, following the orders of their human commander, the tiny insects attack the unsuspecting guard. Yee, my leg! It shattered the glass. Crash. I'm free. Now to settle accounts with Comrade X. Hey, you'll come back here. I missed. Carefully remaining out of sight, the Ant-Man travels throughout the ship until he comes to the radio room. That lamp hanging above the operator. That's all the weapon I need. Come on, little friends, let's get over there. I better hold on tight. A fall from this height could finish me. When they reach the lamp, the Ant-Man orders the insects to chew away at the lamp cord. Fortunately, I still possess all the strength of my real size. I should be able to yank this loose in a few seconds. And wearing earphones, the radio operator hears nothing until it is too late. Clunk. Now it's time for me to use my growth gas. The fumes are acting upon my central tissues. They're returning me to normal size. Now to contact the authorities on shore. And while Henry Pym radios for help, his insect army continues to follow its battle plan. Click. After locking the door, the ants crawl away with the key, temporarily imprisoning the Red Seaman. And as soon as his message is sent, the scientist adventurer returns to ant size and goes after the sinister Comrade X. There he is now. Now to take him by surprise. But it is the Ant-Man himself who is taken by surprise. Welcome, Yankee. I have been expecting you. The DDT in this spray gun has been diluted. It won't kill you. It will just make you too ill to give us any further trouble for a while. I thought you might outsmart my men, but none can fool Comrade X. The ants have almost reached the light, if they can cover it before he fires. And again obeying their leader's mental command, the tiny army swarms over the entire fluorescent light, plunging the room into darkness. What happened to the light? Where are you, Ant-Man? You won't escape from me. I'll find you. It's too dark for him to see a tiny figure like me, but not too dark for me to see a giant like him. There, I've untied his shoelace, bringing both shoelaces behind the Red Spy's feet. The Ant-Man again prepares to use his full strength. I feel like Samson, pulling down pillars of the temple. Here goes. Oh! The instant Comrade X hits the floor, the ants leave the fluorescent light and swarm down toward him. Ants! Hundreds of them! The ants are swarming all over me. Eek! They're removing my mask! How? How did the plainest insects know? They learned it from me, Comrade X. But then it's Madam X, isn't it? Just as I knew it was all along. You made a mistake going to the police station because it gave me a chance to hide in your pocketbook. And while I was in there, I discovered your rubber face mask, complete with the instrument to make your voice masculine. You're very clever, aren't you? Well, you loathsome little creature, you won't get off this ship alive. If I don't kill you, my men will. Sorry, lady, but you're wrong again. If you listen, you'll hear the sound of sirens. I figure the Coast Guard would arrive by now. Minutes later, the Reds are taken into custody. Now that you've got Comrade X and her crew, you won't need me anymore. I wonder where he goes and who he really is. That's a secret, and if it's the way he wants it, that's the way it'll remain. And so the fantastic Ant-Man disappears into the night. Watch him next month when he returns, and another tale to astonish. The end. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.